Little ones, how are you? Hope you're well. And I hope you had a lot of time outdoors this past weekend. Spring, slow in coming, but it seems like it's finally here. So nice to see the sun. I had two big walks this weekend, one a long walk on Saturday and then again on Sunday. Then on Sundays, at the end of the day, my husband and I sat outside for a while. And then when it got too cool, not that it was a lot warmer, but we sat on the porch and had dinner. I think I was wearing a jacket, but he suggested maybe it was time for us to start sleeping outside. I'm pretty bold with that, but I wasn't quite ready. Wasn't quite ready for the outdoor sleeping, but I know it's coming soon. I'm getting my porch in order and I'm still looking forward to that. I hope you are enjoying the outdoors and finding great ways to exercise. You'll see some of those other ways people are exercising in our bonus track. Thank you all for sending those in, very fun. So tonight, we're going to focus just on you. Isn't that fun? Alto 1, it's a great part. I love that upper range of the alto part. I do sing in a lot of different ranges, and you too have a big range. And if you don't think you do, you have notes that you like. But you have lots of undiscovered notes in your range, and I'd love to help you discover them because they're there. You just have to uncover, discover, use your voice in the ways that will support all those sounds coming out in a free way. So that's part of warming up too. I especially love first alto part, the high, which is the high of the alto range for jazz singing. I love that warm quality of that section. And I know you do too. That's why you're right there in that alto 1 section. So let's start with some breathing. Put your palms up on your lap, straight spine, long spine, lengthen at the bottom, pull up on your sternum even if you're seated. Let's do some breathing in. Breathing in through the nose, ready, breathing in. Engage your muscles, keep them engaged, and now just let go of the breath. When you engage the muscles while the breath is coming out, you are managing your breath. What does managing your breath means? It means not just doing this. So when I say let go, if I just let go of the breath without my muscles engaged, I would go. That's good for something. It's not great for singing. One reason is that you want to let the breath go slowly, release the breath slowly, so you can sing on these long phrases without breathing. And not even long phrases, pretty short phrases. You want equal breath coming out so that each note is supported and sung well and with ease. So those are all the reasons to do it. So now let's just do it. Breathing in. Engage the muscles. Now just let out the air. While keeping the muscles engaged. Good. This time let's add another layer. Breathe in something that you want during this time. Could be focus. It could be peace or calm. So let's do that. Breathing in, filling up, engaging muscles, and then breathing out something you don't want. Stress, worry, those are some big ones. But let's breathe in something we want. Engage muscles. Release breaths. I've said this to you before, but if you're lifting weights, say like you're holding weights in your hands and you're working your biceps. So you're pulling the weights up and you're engaging the muscles. When you, it's like release, I've said this to you before, but I'll say it again. If you just drop the weights, it's going to hurt you. And it's also not going to engage the muscles the way that you want them to be engaged. So you're lifting up. Then as you let those weights go down, you're still engaging the muscles. In fact, it's more work, isn't it, to let go? It's more work as you bring those weights down. So think about that in breathing. Do it one more time. Breathing in. Now engage the muscles, but let go of the breath. Engage the muscles the whole time. Now relax the muscles. Good. And do that every time you breathe. Okay? Let's vocalize. Sing V V V V V V V V V V V V V V and coming down. Breath. Breathe. 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 Good. Little jazz. Yeah. And as we go higher, because all the parts aren't in like a 5-note range, and many of us like, oh, I love these 5 notes, but we have to love all of the notes. So we're going to take it up higher. Remember to engage your Julia Child's positioning in the back. Feel like your jaw, your lower jaw is all in your mouth is filled with water. So that's really, you don't want to spill. Let it go and engage the back. Okay, those two things. Engage that Julia Child sound. Oh, let's make scones, something like that. And once you feel the muscles that you're using to make that sound, remember that. Get some muscle memory there. So lift to do that right now. Breathe. Julia Childs. And breathe. One more, Julia. So use all those notes. Go for freedom of movement. Freedom. Don't think, oh, it doesn't sound so great. The sound will come if you have freedom. So have freedom in your vocal tract, all the way from your lungs up through your larynx, your pharynx, into your mouth, and up through the lips. That's called the vocal tract, T-R-A-C-T. Lots of freedom and no tension. The tension, or I wouldn't be called tension, but engagement is in the back, that lifting, that Julia Child's lifting. So let's start with abre la puerta And to give you that sense of using those notes that are a tiny bit higher, but not really. Let's sing the melody of Abre la Puerta. And I think I'll have everyone do that, singing Abre la Puerta. And then you have the melody that goes with it. So you hear that lower part, that's you. But let's all sing the melody first. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Here we go. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Again. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Now the harmony. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Again. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Last time you sing. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. One more time. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Abre la puerta, abre la puerta. Great. And the Somos los Ojos, that's 3 parts. We go into 3 parts, but we learned that last week. Now let's move to I Feel Like Going On. And I have some ideas for us. I'm really hoping to move into doing a recording. I'm sure you've seen a lot of these choral recordings online where people send in the recording of just their part, and then it's mixed in with everybody else singing, and you see them singing and you hear them singing. And I really want to do that with us. And I would love to do it first on Everything Will Be All Right. I think it's a song that everyone needs to hear right now, and it will be helpful. And I'd also like to figure out somehow how to put it out there with a donate button, that when people press the donate button, the money goes to help either healthcare workers or people who are ill and have missed work, or for food, because people aren't getting enough food right now. So make sure you know all of this music, because we'll sing it all in the fall. But then, for now, make sure you really know Everything Will Be All Right, which we did last week. I Feel Like Going On. I'll go over your part. And also, Ho No 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 Fatsa. But those 3, we'll do those individually. Each piece will record individually. I'm working on this as an idea, but I'm talking to someone who can make it into a reality. So know the music, so when the call comes in, you be ready, and we'll coach you through it. And a lot of these you'll see people, there's one called Down to the River to Pray, which we've sung, and you'll see, oh, there's one person, and then we have 3 other people. So maybe you are the type of person who would like to be in that front quartet leading and really hearing just your solo voices coming through. Great, there are parts for you. We'll have auditions for that. Maybe you're a person that really frightens. That's okay too, because you can record and you can just be in the larger picture with everyone. So no one will have to feel that they're not doing the part that they want to do. You can either be more featured or less, depending on what you want to do. So don't let that stop you. I'm talking to the board about that, and I'm talking to someone who knows how to put these pieces together. So here's one we'll do, I Feel Like Going On. From day 1 of Voices, from 25 years ago. And we did it for many years. We actually had it as an auction piece. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. And it got auctioned off that the person who won got to get up and conduct us. And one of the people that won was Sandy Roberts. Sandy was going through a difficult health thing right now. But his wife, Helene, sings with us. And Sandy had a dream of always wanting to conduct voices. And there he was. conducting us with this piece. How fun was that? Anyway, that's a little story of I Feel It Going On. Let's sing it. First time through is the melody. I'm going to teach that to you. I may have everyone do that, or I might just have soprano 1s and 2s do that, but why not do it now? Because it's a good way to learn how to use that upper range of your voice. You have it in there. We just have to awaken it. Then after that, there's just a harmony parts, 4-part harmonies moving together. And then what we call is the fancy part, the third time through. The soprano 2s have a very fancy kind of roller coaster part. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And alto 1s, you have a really fun offbeat part. You remember a lot of people did this. So whether you've sung it or not, it's fun to sing. And I think it's a really powerful song because everyone at some point in their life needs to sing this. I feel like going on when you don't feel like going on. Words are, I feel like going on, I feel it going on. Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. I'll sing the melody once, but if you know it, jump right in. And the second time we'll all do it. But this one you'll really need to put on your Julia Child's voice and the water, you know, the virtual water in the mouth. I feel, here we go. So listen once if you want, or just jump right in. Second time, everybody's in. Here we go. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. The trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on. You try, you might say, well, that's high. Not too high. And the other thing is, use that Julia Child. Hey, oh, let's make some Swedish coffee cake or something. But when you get that sound, feel in the back of upper part of your mouth what muscles are engaging. Your soft palate is lifting to make that sound. You might say, I don't know what that soft palate is. You don't even need to know. Just make the sound of Julia Child's. You'll feel an engagement in the back. Then recreate that and keep it going when you sing, especially when you're singing high like this. Here we go. I feel like going on. Lift it. I feel like going on. The trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on. Good. Isn't that fun? Now your part, you'll say, oh, this is where I want to be. The sopranos will sing this, alto, soprano 2s are, and you'll sing, I feel. What's lovely about the start of yours is the first and second notes are the same. So once you get it, and everyone starts on the same note, you go to the same note. I feel like going on. Try it with me. I'll sing it twice. If you know it, go jump right in. If not, listen to it once. Here we go. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Oh, trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on. Now everyone sing it. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. The trials mount on every hand. I feel like going going on. Great. Very good. Now, the third time we sing it, you do the fancy part. It's very similar to what we, well, no, I'm not, well, it is. It's similar to what we just sang with a fun rhythmic thing. First and second notes are the same, and then there's a lot of offbeat, so it's rest, rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, sing. And then it's going to be rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, sing. Just try that. It's kind of fun to say. I rest, sing, ready, and I rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, sing. For the next phrase, go ahead. I rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, rest, sing, sing. Good. Now let's say the words like that. I'll say it once and then you'll say it to me. It goes like this. I'm just speaking it. I feel like going on. I rest, feel, rest, like, rest, go, resting on. It's hard to say all those rests in there. So you can say the word rest, or let me just say it and you say the words. Here we go. I rest, feel, rest, like, rest, go, resting on. I rest, feel, rest, like, rest, go, resting on. And it goes on to sing just what you did before. Try it with me. Ready? And I rest, feel, rest, like, going on. I feel like going on. Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. And that's it. Let's sing it once through. 3 times. It's the charm. First time through is the melody, the high part. The second time through is your harmony. And the third time is the fancy. Here we go. Ready? Oh, sorry. First time is the melody. Here we go. And this is where I really use that Julia Child. Oh, and get the back of your throat. Something switches. And I'll tell you what it is. It's the lifting of the soft palate. But just feel how it feels. Oh, Julia. And then leave it there. Here we go. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. The trials melt on every hand. I feel like going on. Your part. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. Though trials mount on every hand, I feel like going on. Fancy parts. Here we go. I feel like going on. I feel like going on. The trials mount on every hand. I feel like going on. Fabulous. So make sure you know those. And let's go to the next. Oh, River. This one we'll sing the melody first. And then after the melody, let's go to your part, which is Finding My Way, Finding My Way. And you're the upper part of those 2 alto parts. When you sing this melody, you want to engage in those higher range notes, not as high as I feel like going on. But engage your Julia Childs muscles. Oh, river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Oh, river, who will I be when I reach the sea? You try it. Here we go. Julie Charles. Oh, river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Oh, river, who will I be when I reach the sea? Do it again, just like that. Oh, river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Lift it up. Oh, river, who will I be when I reach the sea? Great. Now let's do. Here we go. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. And that's it. This will be a great one to sing with the audience. Holo no pa sa. Let's talk it through once. So, right, have your music out in front of you. I'm looking at page 1, just a review because we've sung it all. Maybe just not the last note. So on this first page, you'll begin with, you're the second line down. And then you start singing with the second altos, that bottom part, which is so fun. Oh, 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 oh. That's page 1. Let's look at page 2. Continue singing that bottom part for that whole page. Then on page 3, sing the second line down. Second line down. And on the last system, which means the last grouping of notes, sing the third line down. Then we turn to page 4. And we have section 3 here. We marked it as section 3. And you are now where it normally lines up. So you're the third line down. Repeat that twice. Then page 5, section 4, repeat that twice. Then section 5, you continue to be the third line down. Repeat that. Then the last thing is go to the ending on page 6 and sing that all the way through to the end. All right. This would be, sing this with me, keep this little video and go back and keep singing it. And then sing with the Soweto Gospel Choir. They're singing really basically the same arrangement. So the one I sent out with the dancing, and we will have the Voices dancers with us when we do this live. And I hope this would be the third recording that I have in my ideas, and to be able to record the dancers singing with us would be so cool. So let's start from the very beginning. That's what Julie Andrews. Let's start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. Different song. I got to play Maria one time. Very fun for me. All right, here we go. So let's start. We're on the first page, the second line down. Here we go. Yo. Now you're going to sing this with the second alto. This is a really fun part. Yo, oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. Yo, oh, 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 oh. And now we're going to switch to the second line down. Here we go, ready? And yo, oh, oh, yo, now the third line. Yo, now page 4. You have 2 measures of rest. Remember we put that one measure, which is right before the double line. It's in parentheses, so we're not going to sing that. Now we're at the third measure of page 4. Yo, oh, lo, lo, fa, sa, right there. Ready? And yo, oh, no, no, fa, sa, yo. Oh, no, no, fa, sa, yo. Ga, le, bit, so, la, ga, de. You repeat it. Yo, oh, no, no, fa, sa, yo. Oh, no, no, fa, sa, yo. Ga, le, bit, so, la, ga, de. And that's the measure we miss. Just miss it. And now the last measure of page 4. Yo, kala le bit so yo, kala le bit so yo, kala le bit so la ta de. Skip that measure. Repeat. Yo, kala le bit so yo, kala le bit so yo. Bit so la ta de. 1, 2, go on now. Yo, oh lo lo fa sa yo, oh lo lo fa sa yo. Bit so, oh sorry, bit so la ta de. Repeat. Yo, oh lo lo fa sa yo, oh lo lo fa sa yo. Bit so la ta te. Now we'll do the ending. Yo, la la fa sa yo, la la fa sa yo. Bit so la. Repeat. Yo, la la fa sa yo, la la fa sa yo. Bit so la ta de. Fabulous. And now we're at our last piece. Lily in the Valley. Don't you know that there's a lily? We're going to sing Lily, Hope, Healing. I'm going to add a new word, healing, and courage. So this is an African-American spiritual about going into the valley. And the valley is a metaphor. It's a dark place. It's a dip in the land. It's when you're going through troubles. But in the valley, down in the valley, there's a lily. So that's a bright, beautiful flower. Sometimes they're white, pink, but there they are in all their beauty. So that's what we're going through, a dark, difficult time. But there are gifts. And next week when we meet in our Zoom meeting, which will be very fun, and we'll sing a couple songs, we'll go on to the breakout rooms, we'll talk about some of this, like what's been funny or what's been difficult. But we'll end with what are the gifts? That's what I want to know. Because if you are able to identify a gift for yourself, others will be able to identify gifts for themselves. So let's recognize and honor that it's difficult and more than difficult. People are ill, people are dying. But in this, there are some gifts, and those gifts, if we recognize them, they'll help pull us out. Our gifts, our creativity, our music. So think about that. We'll sing about healing, and then the last word will be courage. We'll sing about courage. So your part, remember, goes like this. Don't you know that there's a lily in the valley, bright as a morning star? let's just jump in because we're going to sing a couple verses. Here we go. Don't you know that there's a lily? Don't you know that there's a lily in the valley, bright as a morning star? Don't you know that there's a lily in the valley, bright as a morning star? Don't you know that there's a lily in the valley, bright as a morning star? Amen, amen, amen. Very good. Now let's sing about hope. Don't you know that there's hope? Don't you know that there's hope in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's hope in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's hope in the valley, bright as the morning star? Amen, amen, amen. There's healing. There's healing. People are being healed. Don't you know that there's healing in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's healing in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's healing in the valley, bright as the morning star? Amen, amen, amen. Courage, last one. Let's honor courage. You see it, don't you? People who are suffering with illness and their courage to keep going, and sometimes without their family at their side. And the courage of the healthcare workers, and the courage of those daily workers that we see. I'm reminded of it every time I go shopping and I see the grocers. And especially I go to my favorite grocery store, the Golden Harvest. I call them, they put together groceries, they bring them to my car. And I always give them a big tip because I want to say thank you. It's like a small way. It could be, doesn't have to be money, it could be a card, but a small way for me to thank people who are helping me during this time. And that the owners of that grocery store are right in there working side by side with those workers. Moves me. So let's sing about courage in all its ways, in the big ways, and all those healthcare workers, and the smaller but still courageous ways, like our grocers and the restaurant people who are doing all that takeout and really just hoping to make it through this time period. And all of you, some of you who have family and friends who are going through COVID-19. I know I've known 2 people who have been going through it and coming out the other side, and it's a courageous thing to see. Here we go. Don't you know that there's courage? Here we go. Don't you know that there's courage in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's courage in the valley, bright as the morning star? Don't you know that there's courage in the valley, bright as the morning star? Amen, amen, amen. Courage. Hope you're feeling lots of hope, and courage, and love during this time. And I look forward to seeing you next week for our Zoom ending. We'll all come together. We'll sing that. We'll sing about courage. And then we'll go into breakout rooms and we'll talk with each other. Maybe we'll share something that's funny that's going on. Maybe you're cutting your own hair and it's looking a little different right now. And we'll talk about the challenges. Maybe you've lost a job. And then the gifts. What are the gifts? What are the gifts of this time? And that's something I'm going to think about some more myself. All right. Love to you. I'll see you next week. Keep singing. See you then as I reach over to turn this off. Bye-bye.